Well, it's weekend 4 here in the FBA, and no better matchup between any of our teams than we do right now. The Claremont Crocs and the Gainesville Mighty Oaks take on each other in game 1 of this doubleheader here at our Winter Park location. We'd like to welcome you into our broadcast. I'm Jesse O. Alongside me is Alvin Delvey. Alvin, I'll bring you on here. Both of these teams have not seen each other yet, but we have seen them play so far. Each has won one game. Gainesville has played 2 games so far this season and has lost 1, and that came against the Florida Flight, who we will see in game 2. But what have you liked about both of these teams so far?
Yeah, Jesse, this is going to be a great matchup because the Claremont Crocs is just a magnificent defensive mind. They harass the ball handlers, and they do a great job in transition on defense. And they use that to facilitate their offense. Whereas the Mighty Oaks, they use their transition. They thrive off of getting fast break points and moving the ball. And everyone gets minutes, everyone gets touches, so everyone's involved. And that's crucial down the stretch. So it's going to be a great way to see how this plays out.
Let's take a look at the court now as both teams are lining up at center court. And we have our starting lineups for both teams. For the Claremont Crocs, it'll be David Luna, Cornelius Reynolds, Montel Williams, Jason Rosa, and Kyle Clark. And for the Gainesville Mighty Oaks, you'll have Kalik Williams wearing number 00, and he's one of the most dynamic players that this team has to offer. You got Joquan Whitley, Eden Demirovich, and then up top running things will be Jared Doherty, who is actually a sharpshooter for this team, shooting 100% so far on the season from beyond the arc, Alvin, and then Anthony Young rounding out the squad at the point. So tipping things off now at center court for both teams. It's Demirovich and shooting the ball out of bounds already.
He won that tip decisively, didn't he, Jesse?
Yep. So Reynolds sends that one out. And the Gainesville Mighty Oaks weirdly will start off with the ball. Demirovich down low, up with the finger roll, no good. And here come the Crocs going the other direction.
He just tried to sneak that one in there. Couldn't get a finish.
Williams wanted to start off the game with a 3 and could not convert. So here come the Mighty Oaks. And Coach A.J. Stallworth in his first season here in the FBA really likes to use all of his guys in the game. Kalik Williams fouled as he goes up for the shot. And he'll get a chance to get his team on the board for the first time today.
And that's a little bit of Claremont's recipe. They like to start their game shooting from 3. If you remember last game, Monte Williams came in and hit a dagger to start the game. That's kind of lets you know how they like to start things off. And this is, as you can see, we're seeing some intense defense. It just started, and we already see some free throws.
Williams' first free throw is off the mark. Still a 0-0 ball game.
These teams are very evenly matched, as we saw before. They're both averaging. The Claremont Crocs are averaging 1 more point, 122, versus Gainesville's 121, and they're pretty even all across the board. So it's going to be a great contest as he knocks down his first free throw and giving him his first point, breaking the barrier for these games.
Kalik Williams now has his team up 1-0. That ball's cut off on the far side by Whitley. Whitley to Doherty, and just a little too strong out of bounds.
And that's just a very athletic play by Jaquan, just being able to read that there in the press. As you can see, he's that back man playing like a little free safety right there. And he just read his eyes, soft pass, end up in a turnover. But you want to see them convert on that end.
Williams gets the screen, now the bounce pass down low. Russa draws the foul and makes the shot. Russa with 2 points for a chance at a 3-point play.
And as you just saw there, it's just real good guard play. He came in, he knows what he's looking for. He saw a hole in the defense, nice bounce pass, brought it in. Good finish on the other end. Finished strong through contact, and now he's shooting free throws.
Just a little strong on the free throw. The Claremont Crocs coached by Maxie Luna, as on the other side, Whitley pulls a 3 and knocks it down.
And on that, you see him get into the spot, and he is a sharp shooter. He is not someone you can leave open.
On the other end, it's a misfire on that shot by David Luna. Kalik Williams fouled again.
Jesse, that's a good, strong take right there from Kalik. You see him, he gets a nice step on him, and he just takes it all the way and finishes through. This is his second attempt at the free throw line, and we just started. You can tell in this game they're playing more inside out. You don't see too many contested threes. The last three we saw was a very good look. Outside of that, everyone's been taken to the rack. And as he misses his first free throw, that might be the tale of the tape too, because if you're playing aggressive, you're going to get a lot of these attempts. And when you get these attempts, you need to convert, because coming down the stretch, free throws are all the difference because they're free.
4-2 ball game. Crocs lead so far. Whitley with 3 points and Khalik Williams at the line with 1, looking for his second. Claremont Crocs are coached by Maxie Luna, who is brothers with David and Daniel, the twins, who play the shooting guard position on this team. They're without a few players today. 2 of their key guys, Steve Toyloy and Austin Mills. And Toyloy had a game the last time we saw him, Alvin.
Oh, yeah, last game.
Oh, long 3 hit there. Great shot. That is knocked down by Kyle Clark. Other end, no go. Anthony Young out of bounds off the Crocs.
That's just a great heads-up play right there, knowing the ball's going out. He can't get on it, so he just bounced it off of Anthony, and they solidified a possession right there.
Montel Williams over towards the near side, right in front of us. David Luna, no good on the 3. And the rebound by Doherty.
And these offensive sets we're seeing, that's a good shot. He had a good look, but the Claremont Crocs, they have to play a certain type of way because of the pressure that Gainesville's putting on them. They have a 3-quarter press, and they're trapping when they get far. So it gives them some opportunities to have some good corner shots.
Williams up top, looking right, picks up his dribble, now throws it towards the left. Young to Demirovic down low. Demirovic blocked. That's a great job on defense. It was the combo of Williams and Reynolds that got it done for them. David Luna blocked down low by Whitley. And a quick 3 taken on the same side by Clark, to no avail.
That's great hustle by Whitley, going down there and setting that back. And we are seeing a lot of back and forth. No one can really get to the bottom of the net.
Demirovic, the big man, trying to take a 3, can't convert. 5-4 ball game. Crocs are up by 1. Right side 3, no good. It seemed like Russaw tried to use the backboard on that one.
And this is tough right now. And this is a very dry spell. We need someone, Jaquan, as you see right now, slowing it down, trying to get into a set so they can get a good uncontested look or get to the free throw line.
Williams over Reynolds, good! Khalik Williams with 4 points. His team's back in the lead.
He has a team on his back right now. He's taking it in aggressively, and he just found his shot outside. Now you just want to see him knock down his free throws, because Gainesville is actually shooting 82% from the free throw line, which is very good.
Down low, Reynolds up with the left hand, he's fouled. So Cornelius Reynolds with his first 2 points of the ball game for a chance at 3.
Jesse, that's just a great look on the opposite end. Just being able to swing that ball around the horn and catch the defense in transition, that gives them a little up fake, because they have been shooting pretty well this season from the 3. So gives them an up fake, and he has them slipping, gets a contact and 1. And they're actually, as a team, Claremont doesn't necessarily shoot the greatest from free throw. They're shooting around 46%. However, looks like this is what you need. You just got in the game, you got a good and 1, and you just get that one free throw to drop, and then they could pick this free throw percentage up as this game goes on.
Kenny Long checking into the ball game, as well as Jordan Banks for the Claremont Crocs, and seeing his first few minutes of the season as Reynolds knocks that one down for his 3rd point of the ball game. Seeing his first few minutes of the season is Elijah Gray for the Gainesville Mighty Oaks, and he comes in alongside Jabari Hayes. And Jabari Hayes has been a defensive presence so far this year for the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. Hayes up top, and well, I was talking about his defensive presence, but on offense, he traveled there.
Oh yeah, Jesse, the defensive pressure in this game is just immense. There is no room to do anything. You're getting trapped if you hold the ball too long. So it's just the ball's gonna have to move around. You're not gonna have enough time to dribble. As you see right here, he's pressuring him right as he gets past half court.
Reynolds, 3, no good.
But what this creates is it speeds up the game because now you're forcing to shoot. You have to shoot quick into the shot clock, but then it also gives transition opportunities as well. So you're going to see a lot of ball being pushed up the court, and this plays into the Mighty Oaks, their play style. They need their transition offense. They like their transition buckets because they have a lot of athletes who can make plays in space.
7:25 left to go in the first quarter. 8-7 ball game. Crocs up by 1. Here's Kenny Long on the near side, guarded by Kalik Williams, and Kalik Williams might be one of my favorite players in the league. Kind of does everything on all sides of the floor. Good defense there, but a great take to the rim by Jordan Banks. His first 2 of the game.
Jesse, that is just a highlight play. He came in there, iced his man up, and then dropped the dime off to his big man who was rolling, and he got the reward with this assist.
Whitley, Hayes, fade away, no good. And the rebound by the Crocs. Here's Reynolds pushing the floor. Euro steps in and draws the foul. Foul was called by Mike Rivera. Great call there by the official. Mike Rivera wearing number 34 for the officials. He's joined by David Ruiz Calderon wearing number 11. And then the crew chief is Vince Apolanis wearing number 21 for our officials today.
And that's just the Claremont Crocs are starting to use their defense and push that issue to create their offense. As he knocks down his first free throw, that's why this game's gonna be so great, because you have one team who likes to push the issue on offense. They like to get the rebounds and push it, force turnovers, and then push it, and they capitalize. But then you have the Claremont Crocs who they're very sound on defense. They press you. They're gonna get in your face. They're gonna get over screens. They're gonna get rebounds. Even though they're missing their big guy Steve Toilo, who brought in an immense number of rebounds in their last few games, it's a unit thing. Everyone has each other's back. Everyone blocks out. You have the twins, David and Daniel Luna, who block out on the perimeter. They do a great job. So this is going to be a very interesting game as he misses his last free throw.
Reynolds off the mark on the free throw, but the Crocs still up 11-7 in the game. So some massive substitutions here by both teams. Hayes going towards the right on Billingsley. Now dribbles past Jordan Banks. Can't convert on that end. A 3 on the way. Glenn Stevenson. And it was a long 2.
That is just great pick and pop action right there. And they turn every made basket. They're right back into their press action. So this is AJ has their guys right for the Mighty Oaks.
Banks, football pass over into the right corner. Daniel Luna, a step back jumper, and just short. Here's Johnson going the other way, his first few minutes of the season, and the rebound by Kenny Long. 11-9 ball game.
You love to see a guard that can go in there and get a board amongst the trees.
Down low, Kenny Long, the finger roll.
Coast to coast from the guard, gets the rebound on one end, takes it coast to coast, doesn't care about size. He goes in and finishes up top. Great bucket by Kenny Long.
5:45 left in the first period. Ball stolen by Jordan Banks, who threw it to Daniel Luna, who wasn't looking. Other end, down low. Shot up, no good by Wesley. And he tapped it as it was going out of bounds. Claremont ball going the other direction.
And this defense on both ends has just forced a lot of turnovers so far. We have 7 in the game unforced. So it's going to be interesting to see who can limit their turnovers quicker, because this press is crazy on both sides.
Long, down low, no good.
That was a great move by Long to break that press and find his open man. You got to finish on that.
Wesley with the pump fake, has the ball stolen away. Good job by the Crocs on defense. And a foul. .509 left to go. 13-9 ball game as (13-9) still the score here. Crocs up by 4 against the Mighty Oaks, as we are going to take a timeout here on the floor. This is the FBA on YouTube and Facebook Live, presented by Poly Wealth Management.
At Envy Labs, we build web applications that start with an idea. They move through strategy and need an outside eye ahead of wireframes and technical specifications. There's design and layout and functionality, but there's also performance, things like accessibility and data visualization. It all comes together for what ultimately is a successful launch. Over the past decade, Envy Labs has built platforms that pair things like data and sports or environmental science. We've built technical training platforms around data science and around network administration, and we've bootstrapped and sold our own product. We are a temporary CTO and an outside specialist in strategy, design, and development. It takes a lot to go from idea to launched web application, but it's all right there in our name. Reach out to hello@envylabs.com and let's take a look at your idea together.
Burgers, fries, and shakes Oviedo Mall. Best burger you'll ever eat. It's worth the drive.
Hey, what is up, everyone? My name is Susie, and I'm a full-time partner streamer on Twitch.tv. I've made it my mission to help gamers win in every area of life. So whether it's helping you win in gaming by teaching the latest tips and tricks on whatever games you might be playing, helping you win in fitness through my daily fitness streams, or even just helping you win in your week, we're building genuine community, and we've got a place just for you. So I want to encourage you right now to follow me over at twitch.tv/SusieLive. I stream Tuesday through Saturday, starting at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, and we hope to see some of you soon.
It's game one of the doubleheader. Jesse O alongside Alvin Delvey bringing you FBA basketball. It's a 13-9 ball game. The Crocs are up by 4. Well, Alvin, 4 team fouls already against the Mighty Oaks so far in the first period. They still have 5 minutes left to go, so a little bit in foul trouble here.
Oh, definitely, but that's just they're playing very good defense. They're playing aggressive, as you see right there. They're not giving anyone space. You're going to get a couple fouls called on you. You just got to limit it coming down the stretch.
Montel Williams tried the step back. The rebound on the other side by Stevenson. Paco Dervishi, seeing his first few minutes, goes up and makes the shot.
That's a great take. He got his little ISO, tween, and then he took him to the rack and extended for the finish off the backboard. That's a great take.
How about Paco Dervishi in his first minute of play? And Kenny Long, shake and bake, no good. He grabs his own rebound, goes up again, no good. And the rebound by Johnson going the other direction. Johnson dribbling left side, a fight for the ball on the floor. Now passes left, Wesley, the bounce pass, and Stevenson couldn't hold on to it. Hayes, pump fakes, goes up, makes the shot, draws the foul. How about Jabari Hayes going up strong?
That's a great take. It was a little scramble, got a little crazy, but the Mighty Oaks were able to get the right pass, little bounce pass. He gets it, drop step, finish through the contact. Let's see if he can knock down these free throws, because they're actually a really good free throw shooting team, shooting at around 82% on the season so far.
Jabari Hayes out of Jacksonville, Florida, went to Edward Waters College, so he was a Tiger. Already averaging 5.5 points per game, but the thing I like about him is he is averaging 8.5 rebounds per game, and he shoots 100% on his free throws so far, and we're seeing that here already. 3 points for Jabari Hayes, and his team is now up 14-13.
For sure, and he's a defensive mind. You see him hustle a lot.
The Crocs are now in the bonus, so Jordan Banks will go to the line and shoot. That foul goes against Glenn Stevenson, his first of the game. And Glenn Stevenson playing in his first FBA game this season. We are in weekend 4 of the FBA here. And we will be here all season long at our Winter Park Bubble location. And a lot more updates for you on exciting things we have coming later in the season. Those will all be revealed very soon.
And the Crocs have just, so far this game, they had a simple formula. Let their defense turn into offense as Jordan Bakes knocks down his first free throw and his first point as a Claremont Croc. They've just figured out how to force turnovers, and this is their identity. They have some fiery talent, and they have a lot of hustlers, a lot of ball players that can make plays, and they use that, and they get to the line. That's how they're already in the bonus in the first quarter.
Banks airballs that second free throw. And I assume his friends on the team will razz him about that one a little bit. He's got this high-arching free throw shot.
It's nice to have a high shot on a jumper, but then on a free throw, it's a little interesting.
Young dancing and fouled. Tie ball game, 14-14. The Claremont Crocs and the Gainesville Mighty Oaks here in Winter Park, just outside of Orlando, Florida. 5-team fouls on the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. So with 3:41 left, the Claremont Crocs will be shooting from the free throw stripe for the rest of the quarter.
And how about this guard play we're seeing? Anthony Young's just so quick on the perimeter. And as he took too many steps without dribbling on that one. But this guard play we're seeing a lot of dimes being dropped. But it's a testament to these two teams. They're both even at 26 assists per game. That just shows you that they're looking for each other. They're trying to get each other, their teammates involved so that down the stretch they can be ready for the big moment when it comes.
Williams getting a little fancy. Reynolds pulls down the rebound and makes the layup.
That was just a great move, little spin right there. Couldn't finish, but his teammate was right there ready to give him a little putback. Reynolds is having himself a game so far.
Reynolds with 6 points as Dervishi fights over some hands by Daniel Luna.
And that's going to happen. You have your perimeter guys in Luna and Williams. They're going to be aggressive. Now, you don't want to give them easy buckets, but you want to stay aggressive. So usually some old coaches say if you don't have 3 by the end of the game, you're not playing defense. So he's definitely playing some defense so far.
Dervishi's free throw is good. Like I was saying, they were shooting free throws all the way through here as the first quarter is coming to an end. 3:16 left to play here in the first period. Dervishi's second free throw up and good.
And he knocked down both free throws. He's from Clearwater. He's a Florida native, Central Florida native, and he just comes here in his first year, and he's playing great basketball. He comes in, does what he needs to do, gets to the cup, facilitates, plays great defense, great all-around player.
Williams cross court to Daniel Luna. Daniel goes in, catches Stevenson in the air, and goes under him and makes the shot.
That was some good patience right there from Luna. Being able to, almost got tapped from the back, and he was able to pivot and find his way to get a nice, clean bucket.
Kid out of Los Angeles. Those were his first 2 points. Young up top, guarded by Long, gets a screen from Stevenson. Now driving in, steps back. Kobe's from the left side and traveled.
They're saying he took too much steps. It's hard to see from here, but I really like how both of these offenses are utilizing the pick and roll action and getting some efficiency out of that, getting their big guys involved and letting their guards really show their skills, because they're doing – this is just a great game from top to bottom. There's only a 2-point difference. We're even at rebounds. We're even at assists. We're just about even at turnovers. Gainesville has 1 more turnover, and even steals. So they're pretty even.
Reynolds from the free throw stripe, can't convert. Brought down by Jackson. Now here's Wesley going the other direction. Wesley takes his turn into the lane and loses the handle of the ball. Going the other direction, it's a fast break. Russaw loses handle on the other end. 18-16 still to score. The Claremont Crocs are up by 2, and they've kind of been able to maintain just this like small point lead, but have just been kind of chipping away at it nonetheless.
Yeah, they're just so even. You're trying. It's crazy to see who's going to make that play to create that giant spark to give them a nice run that they need. And Claremont is without 2 of their more offensive-minded players in Austin Mills, and they're also missing Steve Toilo as he has a dime, and that's scored in by Devin Johnson.
Johnson with the steal on the other end. Johnson has his ball knocked away by Reynolds. Here's Kenny Long, 140 left to play in the first. Tie ball game, 18-18, or so we think. Kenny Long, no good on the shot, but fouled.
We're just seeing high action on both ends of the court here, Jesse. And all you FBA fans out there, this is great basketball. You can tell one person, everyone on the court wants it. They're selling out for these balls, and nothing is easy. Nothing's come easy. We're seeing a lot of free throw attempts, and they're playing aggressive. They're trying to get to the paint. They're trying to facilitate. You're seeing no-look passes. You're seeing spin move, dime drops. Like, this has just been a great game so far, and we're only in the first quarter.
Clark is checking back in for Daniel Luna. Kenny Long off the mark on the free throw. And Kenny Long shooting 0% now on the season from the free throw line, averaging around 12 points per game out of Philadelphia. So we get players from all around here in the FBA.
He went to Northwestern. And that's tough coming from a point guard because he's reeling in 20 or 12 points a game. And just imagine if he could knock his free throws down, how more efficient he would be on the court.
Left elbow shot up and good. Elijah Gray, his first 2 points of the season.
Now on that one, they just left him. You take offense to that if you're an offensive player.
Reynolds well short of the rim on that three. Young to Johnson, pump fakes, throws it to the left. Trey Jackson dribbling in, pulls up over Cornelius, just rims out. Great fight for the rebound there down low. Johnson double teamed in the right corner. Short on the three for Young.
And they got 2 possessions out of that, but they weren't able to convert. That's tough if you're the Mighty Oaks.
Cornelius fouled. 20-19 the score of the ball game. Now the Mighty Oaks have the lead by 1.
Jesse, this is going to get crazy with 40 seconds left in this quarter. You're going to see a lot of more. You're going to see some desperation. That's what you saw right there. He was fighting for the ball, grabbed a little more wrist than he was supposed to. But you're going to see that coming down this last 40 seconds.
Cornelius free throw up and good.
And he's actually been lights out from the free throw line so far, 4 or 5. And you just want to see if that's going to be contagious for them because that's very important. You have to knock down your free throws. But he just missed that one. I think we jinxed him. We got to stop talking about free throws as they're shooting them.
Trey Jackson going coast to coast, can't make the layup. 31.5 seconds left to go. It's all tied up here as we're coming to the end of the first quarter. It's 20-20, and this is everything we could have hoped for from game 1 here in the doubleheader.
Oh, for sure. This is lights out basketball. You're seeing high fast-paced action. You're seeing quality looks. You're seeing some great buckets. But now we're playing this game because both teams are in the bonus. So anytime there's a foul, they're going to be shooting free throws. So hopefully you can knock them down.
Williams made that look easy. And interestingly enough, it's his first free throw of the game.
And he's bringing in 20 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 11 assists, Jesse. This man, he has eyes in the back of his head as he knocks down his second free throw. He sees everyone on the court. He gets everyone involved, averaging a double-double.
Williams now on the board with 2 points. His team is up by 2, 22-20 the score. 20 seconds left on the game clock, and that's a 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Young can't make the shot at the left block, but is fouled.
And that was a good move. Got to the rack, didn't care about anything, got there, flipped it up, and was able to get contact for it.
Anthony Young going to the line. Has shot 100% on his free throws this year. 7.5 points, 3 rebounds, 2.5 assists, and as I said that, he missed it short. So
we've just been.
Looks like we're never talking about free throws ever again.
The only one who could talk about free throws is Jerry because he has the golden touch.
Jerry actually has never missed a free throw
in his life. See,
second free throw. We just got to talk about Jerry while these guys are shooting free throws. Young with his first point of the ball game. His team trails by 1. Shot clock is off. Game clock at 10 seconds. A 3 from the left side. Good! Made 3 there by Kyle Clark. He's got 6. His second 3 of the day.
Another dime by Montel Williams.
Young said, me too on the other end. 1 second on the game clock. Reynolds from half court. No good, off the mark to the right. Well, after 1 quarter of action, 24-20, the score of the ball game. The Claremont Crocs lead by 3. When we return, a lot more basketball on the way. You're watching the FBA on YouTube and Facebook Live, presented by Poly Wealth Management. We're back here for quarter 2 of action, 25-21 game. During our off time, Montel Williams had a 2-point in the game, and it was rewarded as a 3 as he drops another one in there. So Montel Williams, look for him to get hot. He's now got 5.
Montel Williams usually gets in his Duffy, and every time someone on the opposite team scores, you just know Jaquan Whitley's going to come back and knock down a tray. Great hit for the Mighty Oaks.
Whitley with 6 points, 27-24 in the ball game. Williams guarded by Kalik Williams and shoots it up over his face, no good. Reynolds the rebound. Reynolds down low and has nowhere to go. Great job by the Gainesville Mighty Oaks on defense, playing in man-to-man formation. Reynolds guarded by Demirovic, and Demirovic is no easy task as a big shot made there by David Luna from the right wing.
That's pure confidence right there. Got his opportunity, no hesitation. Popped it up, popped it in.
Williams throws it left. Long three taken off the mark by Whitley. Whitley, corner three, good!
Whitley is just, he's phenomenal. If he sees someone else make a shot, he's gonna get back, and it is his mission to go back and knock a three of his own.
Joquan Whitley with 3 threes in the ballgame, now with 9 points. Reynolds from the stripe has to pull that one back out. Williams, pump fakes. 3 is good.
What are we seeing right now, Jesse? It is a shootout in Winter Park. 4 threes, back to back to back.
33-27 or so we think. Anthony Young puts that one in. He's got 3.
These players are in their Duffy right now. Nice little move, get in his rhythm, step back, knock down the jumper. The long 2.
33-29. David Luna, another 3.
Jesse, this is insane. We are just seeing a shooting. It's just shoot-arounds. And then we have a nice layup and lay-in by Kalik Williams because they didn't get back on the defensive end. That's the first layup that we've seen this quarter. It's just been straight 3s and long 2s.
35-31. Reynolds driving in, passes out, and another 3 made. It's a showout. Kyle Clark with 9 points.
More of the same, Jesse. They can't miss right now. The hoop is as big as the ocean.
Pass long. Great job by Montel Williams throwing that ball off of Demirovich's leg.
He didn't even have to do it. Just great hustle, and if you feel like there's an opportunity, make a play. And that's the type of player Monte Williams is. He makes plays. He's averaging a double-double for a reason.
Coach A.J. Williams over-pleading his case.
Coach A.J. is a character.
Yep.
He is a character. He's a great guy, and you're going to hear him. If A.J.'s quiet, there's a problem.
38-31. Crocs up by 7. Williams. Guarded by Williams. Look at this. Williams on Williams action. Right corner. Off the mark on the shot. Stevenson pushing. Pulls up. Makes the shot.
Nice little teardrop to finish that nice possession. And that's a great job fighting over the screen on that other end, forcing a bad shot. We're just seeing great defense and even better offense at times.
Stevenson now with 4 on the other end, saying no, sir, was Clark. He's got 11, the leading scorer in the ballgame.
Not in his house. Great defensive possession for the Crocs.
Down low. Reynolds, no good. Here come the Crocs the other direction. No look pass down low to Stevenson. Tapped out of bounds by Clark.
And that's just miscommunication. Actually, not even miscommunication. Just went right through his hands on that one. He put some mustard on that ball, but you got to catch it because that's an easy point for you if you're Mighty Oaks.
40-33. The Crocs still up by 7 on the Mighty Oaks.
And the Crocs have just been the beneficiary of some great passes and some great offensive possessions. Let's see if they can do this offensive.
Long block down low. That was a combination of a couple Gainesville Mighty Oaks players. And here's Gainesville going the other direction. Foot was on the line. That's a long 2 for Wesley. No good. Daniel Luna the rebound.
This press, we're seeing this press all game so far. Let's see how long they'll keep it up.
Daniel Luna spots up a 3.
Yeah. The rim is as big as an ocean for them because they can't miss from 3.
Jackson, other side, no good. And Luna the rebound. Luna with 5 coming towards us and calls for a timeout. He saw he was going to be double teamed there by Wesley and Johnson and takes a timeout with 7:23 left to play in the second quarter. Wow, a lot of good action here so far.
We're seeing some great basketball, and it's really because we're seeing good defense, but we're seeing people shoot from 30 feet out, and they're knocking it down. Nice high arcing shot by Luna on that one, and a smart timeout. However, we're seeing a back and forth action because Jaquan Whitley comes down, he hits 3 threes. So we're seeing great action. it's just great ball so far.
So if you're the Gainesville Mighty Oaks, you're trailing by 10. It's 43-33. How do you get back in this game, Alvin? Obviously, the Mighty Oaks like to use different sort of lineups at any point in the game. What do you do?
So if you're Mighty Oaks, you cannot play defense behind the perimeter because the Crocs are just lighting it up from 3. So you have to get your heels on the line and play and close out. You can't let anyone have an open shot. And from there, just get rebounds and do what you do. Get transition buckets and force turnovers.
We're back here on the floor. Still a 43-33 ball game. Taking the ball from the sideline is Clark, and he inbounds to Long. Long at the left wing, throws it right to Daniel. Luna give off to Reynolds, now down low, a little bit strong for Clark, and the Mighty Oaks saved that one from going out of bounds. Great job.
Nice hot potato action. Great break by Luna.
Luna throws it away back to the Mighty Oaks, and here's Hayes. Hayes double teamed, fights through the screen, and they're gonna call a backcourt violation.
Beautiful trap executed by the Crocs on that possession. Just started by a great hustle by Luna. Turns it over, because, but it happens, and then he brings the ball past half court. Perfect trap. That is a dead zone. You never want to be in the corner right in front of half court. They trap him, they sting him for a backcourt violation.
Long, right side, mid-range, and tapped out of bounds by Jordan Banks.
He can stop on a dime, can he?
Yeah. Still a 10-point ball game. The Claremont Crocs are up by 10. 6:41 left to play in the second quarter. Some time here on the floor. We need to do a media timeout. So we can do it now. Let's do it now. Next break. The inbounds from Hayes, and here we go. Action is live. Wesley down low is fouled.
And Wesley just did a great job figuring out they're going to let him go all the way to the cup. He went all the way to the cup.
We're going to take a break from our broadcast real quick here, and we'll be back in just a second. 10-point ball game. When we return, we'll see what the Mighty Oaks have for this Claremont Crocs team. You're watching the FBA on YouTube and Facebook Live, presented by Poly Wealth.
World where one girl goes on endless adventures, gives you unbelievable toy unboxings, does insane food challenges, and plays way too much Roblox. It's Elle's Adventures. Subscribe now. Do it. Why not?
Holy cow, it's Nova Rex, the 80s legends. I want the keto. I want the double Diablo.
Cheddar bacon. I'll take a double cheeseburger with extra cheese.
To go! Here you go, boy. Hey guys, I play a little guitar myself. How about me joining the band? Show us what you got, man. What's up, dudes? What do you think?
Yeah, man, it's pretty good, but you need more hair.
But the Mooyah burgers were great. Mooyah burgers rock!
Hey, what is up, everyone? My name is Susie, and I'm a full-time partner streamer on Twitch.tv. I've made it my mission to help gamers win in every area of life. So whether it's helping you win in gaming by teaching the latest tips and tricks on whatever games you might be playing, helping you win in fitness through my daily fitness streams, or even just helping you win in your week, we're building genuine community, and we've got a place just for you. So I want to encourage you right now to follow me over at twitch.tv/SusieLive. I stream Tuesday through Saturday, starting at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, and we hope to see some of you soon.
We're back here for FBA action. A 43-33 ball game, as the Claremont Crocs have kind of held this lead periodically throughout the game. I think the Gainesville Mighty Oaks only had the lead twice, and that was for, maybe 30 seconds at the most.
Yeah, and then the Crocs were just able to hit another big shot to give them the lead. As he misses that first free throw, you need that if you're Mighty Oaks. You need every bucket you could get, because Claremont does a great job on defense. They get blocks, they get steals, and they force turnovers. And for Gainesville, they do all the same things, but they both excel at the same thing. So it's really who can do it just a little bit better as he knocks down that second free throw, cuts that lead to within 10 points.
Wesley with his first point there, and now they trail by 9. Long pump fakes up top, now throws it right. Daniel Luna, another 3, air ball.
This might be what you need if you're Gainesville. You have a little break, a little mishap. No one really has momentum. This is where you go. You make a big play and get that run started.
Well, Gainesville is known for these kind of runs, sort of. They are absolutely a second-half team. Wesley mishandles the shot on that one, but we'll say it was a pass down low. Johnson is fouled.
He's able to draw the foul on that one, and as you just saw, he was able to get in his package a little bit and get where he wanted. He just lost handle on that. So let's see if we'll see more of the same in this possession, and if they could convert and really get within 7 and really start something going.
Trey Jackson with the right hand, no good. And a foul on the floor.
$1 million move, 10-cent finish. Got all the way, great elevation, great float. Release was on point, just couldn't get that to drop. And right now you need everything you can get, because you do not want to awaken this beast with Claremont, because they will get going. And when they get going, goodbye.
9-point game still. The Crocs have held this lead consistently. We're going to have some subs come into the game. Now under 6 minutes left to play in the second quarter. And we're seeing the first game here for Daniel Rivera, who checks in for the Claremont Crocs.
And Gainesville's got rid of that press that they had going.
Big Kenny Long down low. Rivera the putback.
That's efficiency. He came right in off the bench and immediately gets a putback to give them that 11-point lead.
Stevenson, left wing. Here's Whitley now. Steps back, pulls up, just short. Look at that no-look pass down low to Stevenson. Stevenson with 6 points.
That's just beautiful by Whitley. Took his shot, trying to see if he could do something. Immediately goes and gets his teammates involved without looking.
Another save by Stevenson, and he got it to his team. Whitley over to the left side to Jackson. Jackson into the lane, throws it up, and is fouled. 2 shots coming for Trey Jackson.
And that's good, because you see the fans and their teammates are telling them, get to the rack, get to the bucket, because that way, even if you miss, you get to the free throws line, and that's the easiest shot in the game. So knock down your free throws, and they're going to let themselves have a nice little run if they do that.
Trey Jackson's first free throw is up and good. His first point of the ball game.
And Trey Jackson hasn't missed either for the Mighty Oaks, and that's something we see. There's a lot of players who really just don't miss from the line. He's bringing in 7.5 points per game, 2.5 assists, and 3 rebounds. He's more of a defensive player as he knocks down both free throws. But you see him, he can do it all. He's a true definition of a point guard. You see him hustling on that last play. You want to see him get more involved.
Montel Williams, short. Jackson a long 3, no good. And Kenny Long, look at the handles on this guy. But he has that one picked away by Whitley. Stevenson, other end, lays it in.
And that's just a great job by Whitley. Can't harp on this guy enough, because Kenny Long got a nice handle. Woo!
Wesley the steal. Johnson into the lane. No.
Got to finish that, because that was a great defensive possession. Coming in looking like the late, great Sean Taylor on that to steal it.
Rivera had a hard time finding the open lane, but his team recovers. Daniel Luna, no good on the layup, and Trey Jackson a big rebound. 5-point game, 45-40, Claremont up still, and a foul, and on the continuation, Wesley can't make it.
Wow, Jesse. Mighty Oaks just had a fire lit on them because you see them hustling on defense, making great plays on the defensive end, and they are taking it to the teeth of this Claremont defense. Claremont's kind of staggered right now. They don't know. They're trying to figure out how to come back and really douse this fire that the Mighty Oaks lit up, because now they're within 5 and he has 2 free throws, and hopefully he can make both of these and really make it an interesting game again.
So Wesley from the line with under 4 minutes left to play in the second quarter makes his first free throw.
And there goes to say Wesley, this is actually his first. He doesn't really shoot free throws like that, so we're seeing he's also a pretty profound free throw shooter as well, which is, I think that's just their culture. He already topped his averages. He only averages 6 points a game as he knocks down his second free throw, and right now he is just flat out playing basketball. And you see them get back in their man press. Let's see if that forces some more turnovers.
45-42. Other side, Rivera can't make the layup. So here we're going to see the ball being pushed by Johnson, and he just hits the deck. Wonder what happened there. But a 3-point game. It was 10 at one point. Now we're at 3. 3:39 left to play in the second. Alvin, Gainesville's kind of on a run here.
Gainesville got themselves a nice little run, and that's all on the backs of their hustle and their effort. They're forcing turnovers. Every careless pass Claremont throws, they're there to receive it, and they're just no-look passes. We're seeing great shots, and they're getting into the teeth of this defense, and they're getting to the free throw line. It's a perfect remedy for success. On that one, he just had a flat tire, blew out, but then he got saved because Claremont couldn't get 2 hands on the basketball, slapped it out, they get another chance, and they can run a nice little offense. See a little toe dancer over there. You saw that?
Yeah, it's a nice little set.
You got to get Jerry in there to show him how it's done.
Oh, Jerry plays defense unlike anybody I've ever seen. 4 team fouls on the Claremont Crocs this quarter, and only 1 against the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. Stevenson from the left side of the hoop. Throws the inbound to Johnson. Cross court. Wesley into the lane. Makes the layup. Wesley with 5.
Beautiful cross-court pass. Nice look. Great finish. Now we got a 1-point game.
Stevenson fouls Reynolds beyond the arc. Jerry is the D and the fence.
Mighty Oaks don't like that call. However, if there is contact, it is technically a foul. So that's a good call by the ref.
Williams goes right with his screen, catches a man down low, and the shot on the other end of the floor by Justin Rusa is made. He's got 4.
Montel Williams does what he wants on the offensive end. He just dropped the man and got an assist. He is out here balling. He's in his bag. He's making plays, trying to spark their team and extend this lead.
Clark, the leading scorer, gives it up to Long. Reynolds, right corner. Williams into Long again. No good. And the second chance put back made by Russa. He's got 6.
And that's one thing that the Claremont Crocs have done is they've converted on their second chance points.
Trey Jackson down low.
That was such an athletic take. He hung in the air for 10 seconds and just found a way to hang, and Derrick Rose-esque flip it in for 2.
3-point game. Claremont still up as Stevenson brings down the rebound. Couldn't find his man. Kenny Long the interception, and Kenny Long the putback.
You just love to see that as a little guy coming in, throwing up that chocolate float, seeing that thing go down.
Long with 5. Wesley, left wing. Clark into the lane, grabs his own rebound, and the second chance. Look at Clark making the shot and drawing the foul.
And Jesse, Claremont Crocs have just doused that fire that the Mighty Oaks brought about, because now they're going to find themselves in a nice, sweet little run just off the efforts of taking it and getting their second chance points and just tip-ins And now here we have a and one convert potential. So they're done their due diligence. This is a back-and-forth game. Claremont Crocs isn't ready to relinquish this lead yet.
53-46. Claremont up by 7. Under 2 minutes left to play in the second quarter. Stay tuned. A lot more action coming in the second half of this game. Plus, we have game 2 of our doubleheader here in weekend 4. It is the Pride versus the Florida Flight. The reigning champion Florida Flight, as the shot was made by Clark. He's now got 14 points.
Mighty Oaks got to find a way to get to the, ooh.
Dervishi, a nice move down low, but the ball just rims out. And sometimes you lose that shooter's touch a little bit. Kenny Long, no good. And Demirovic the rebound.
That was a beautiful move by Delvici. Hopefully he can get the next one to go and keep taking it the way he's taking it.
Jackson pumps the 3. Trey Jackson with 7 points.
And Mighty Oaks is just doing a great job of finding their open guys and that's the beauty of playing the way they're playing. They're playing true inside-out basketball, old school. You pound the gaps, you find a seam, you attack the seams, and because you attack the seams, there's going to be your guys like Trey Jackson on that one, rolling and finding the open spot on the zone, and boom, being able to knock down that open tray.
So 1:26 left to go in the second quarter. Obviously, it's been a little bit more back and forth than we thought it would be. But that's actually kind of what we want here is a lot of action, a lot of threes being taken for sure, right?
Oh, yeah. We're seeing, to start out this quarter, we just saw 4 threes back-to-back from both sides. There's no one really ready to let the other one outshine them. But then you see a run by the Mighty Oaks. You see a run by Claremont Crocs. So this is exactly what you want to see. This is a great basketball game. Now, who can maintain their runs the longest and who could have the most impacting play and who can limit their turnovers?
You have guys on both sides of the ball that are doing a great job. Obviously, Clark for the Claremont Crocs is having a game. Kenny Long, they're giving the ball to him a lot. He's facilitating that offense. But on the other side of the ball, you like your guy Joquan Whitley.
Joquan Whitley, he just has that dog mentality where if he sees someone make a big play, he knows he can make the next play. So on that little run with the threes, he comes back, he makes a big play. And then over here we see Long just breaking down the press, and he just steals it from it and goes no-look pass dime. And that's what you need to see. You need more plays like that in order to facilitate this offense.
Worthy noting that Glenn Stevenson is playing in his first game here in the FBA and already has 8 points. 54-49, Glenn Stevenson playing for the Gainesville Mighty Oaks and out of Gainesville, Florida, so playing for his hometown team. 54-49, the Claremont Crocs still lead. Williams up top, guarded by Demirovic, who will drop back towards the right block. Daniel Luna throws it to the left side to Clark, who will spin in on Dervishi, throws up his shot, no good, and Demirovic the rebound. 1:03 left to play in the second quarter. So we're wrapping it up here. From the free throw stripe, a nice shot by Anthony Young. He's now got 5 points. He's also one of these Jacksonville guys, and Coach A.J. Stallworth really likes to recruit a lot of these guys from Jacksonville. They have some good basketball programs up there. Williams down low, and a shot on the other side is made by Rusaw. He's now got 8.
And that's just on both sides. You have Anthony Young just getting into his packages, getting to his spots, and that's a deep 3. But they're doing a great job of getting to their spots on the other end, getting a good look, getting their big man involved.
Pump fake by David Luna. He can't make the shot in the key. Rusaw back out to Clark. He'll take a long 3, right wing. Oh, yes, sir.
Nice little post for him at the end of that, letting him know you cannot leave a guy like him open.
Clark with 17. Dervishi can't make the shot down the right lane. Dervishi has his pocket picked. Reynolds, 2-on-1, going the other way, spinning into the lane, and that shot will not fall. And they waved that shot off like it was not going to count. 59-51 at the end of the first half. Well, Claremont has pretty much had the lead the whole time. Obviously, we saw the Gainesville Mighty Oaks kind of go on a run there, but what has Claremont been doing that's just been keeping them up in the ball game, Alvin?
So Claremont has just been doing a great job of forcing turnovers, and when they get their open looks, they convert on those open looks. They have a great offensive threat in Montel Williams, who really facilitates, and they just do a great job overall playing team basketball, getting everyone involved, and there you have great hustle on both ends. So that's what really kept them in this lead so far.
What does Gainesville have to do in order to take the lead in the second half?
They have to just limit their turnovers and limit the threes that Claremont can take, because they're taking some deep threes. However, they know they have to really be solid around that perimeter, because that's where they're getting to host their buckets, and just really find a way to stay active on that pick and roll.
Both teams actually doing a pretty good job defensively. Gainesville, maybe he's looking to switch that up a little bit, maybe go from a man to a zone to man, kind of switching it up as they usually do with their lineups, with their sets, everything. And they play a fun style of basketball, and I can't wait to see what they have in store for the second half of action here. This is the FBA on Facebook and YouTube Live, presented by Poly Wealth Management. Welcome back to the second half of action. As we come out of the half here, I just want to recognize our elite officials from Right Call Officials. They are owned and operated locally by Mike Rivera, and you can see him wearing number 34 today. They offer the best quality officials in the area and can cover your most basic needs for officiating in the Orlando and CFL area. You can contact them at Right Call Official Inc. Again, that's at Right Call Official Inc. on Instagram, or by email at rightcallofficials34, that's the numbers 3 and 4, at gmail.com. When you need your officials, make the right call, not the wrong one, for your officiating needs. That's Right Call Officials. And the owner is Mike Rivera, and tell him Jesse sent you. Anyways, we're back here for the FBA. Jesse O alongside Alvin Delvey, and Alvin, I talked to both coaches at the half. AJ, the head coach of the Gainesville Mighty Oaks, said they need to just play with a little more just oomph in their step, and he was kind of coaching his guys up at the half, and he said he wanted to smile a lot more because he thinks if he smiles a lot more and it looks like he's having fun, then his guys will take on the same respect. With the Claremont Crocs head coach, Maxie Luna, he liked how they managed the Gainesville Mighty Oaks runs, and they want to kind of just keep their pressure on them and kind of weather the Gainesville Mighty Oaks storm, because when they get going, they can go for a while. Well, we're back here in the second half of action, 59-51 as the clock starts ticking down. Anthony Young pulls up and makes a three to start off the half from the left wing. Anthony Young with 8 points.
And both of their messages are correct. For AJ, they're right in this game. They just need to do the little things as Montel Williams just knocks down that mid-range jumper, as he always does. They just need to do the little things, and they're right in this game. Just be more consistent and get a little bit more of those.
Demirovic with his first 2 points in the game. Reynolds guarded by Doherty, out beyond the arc. Now dribbling in and has nowhere to go. Great defense there by Doherty. Man-to-man defense by the Gainesville Mighty Oaks, and they get the steal. They push ahead. Whitley to Kalik Williams, and he's fouled. This will be Kalik Williams' third time at the line today.
And that could have been costly. If he doesn't make these free throws, it's definitely going to hurt for Whitley, because that was his layup that he could have had a nice little dunk on that one. Show out, do a 360, show off that athleticism. But pass to his buddy Kalik. Hopefully he knocks these free throws down to bring it in a little bit closer to knocking down this lead.
Williams, great on the free throw, shooting 86% from the line this season, 61-57 the score. Gainesville sort of chipping away at the lead of the Claremont Crocs, and this is what head coach Maxie Luna was talking about at the half. He kind of wants to just weather the storm because he knows that the Gainesville Mighty Oaks can go on these type of runs. Mighty Oaks trail by 3, and they get the steal.
That's just something he's so good at doing. He does that time and time again, and he wanted that one. He wanted that one, but that's a good effort on his part.
David Luna trying to find his open man. A great job by Whitley on the floor there. Passes ahead to Kalik Williams. Kalik Williams with the lay-in. It's a 1-point game. Kalik Williams with 10.
Jesse, Jaquan Whitley got his team fired up. He is hustling on defensive end and is converting into points. How will Claremont respond? Because they need to respond right now, or this could get out of hand. They're only up 1.
Williams, pass over into the right corner, and a man hits the deck. Offensive foul.
Jesse.
There we go. It's getting fiery on the floor. We love to see this happen.
Emotions are flaring because this game has just richeted up in intensity. You see the Luna twins getting upset because he knows how important this is. And now can Mighty Oaks use this little divisive effort to really go on a crazy run, because you see Jaquan Whitley, he knows what it is, he knows what to do, and he's ready for this moment, and so is AJ and his team, the rest of his team. How will they respond, and how can they pour it on this Crocs defense who is searching for answers right now, Jesse?
One thing AJ also said to me at the half was he felt like he was putting a lot of pressure on his guys, and, you know, He said, don't get me wrong, I am, but I want them to also relax and have a little bit more fun, and it seems like they're having a lot more fun now.
They came out of this half having a great time, and it turns into great buckets, great opportunities. Let's see what they'll do.
Whitley creating some room. Oh, and that three just rims out. It's an unlucky roll there, and sometimes that's the way things go.
If he shoots it exactly how he just shot that, next time that's cash money. Take it to the bank.
Reynolds down low. He can't get that one to fall, and Demirovic grabs the rebound. Young going the other direction, crossing the half-court stripe. Now bounce passes to Williams. Williams down low to Demirovic, can't lay it in. The rebound on the other end by Billingsley, and here come the Crocs going the other direction.
Eden needs to finish on that one. Come down with it and go right back up strong. You don't have to always be flashy. You need these points. You have to get ahead in this game.
Look at this 2x3 zone defense by the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. They get a block down low. Khalik Williams doing it on both ends of the floor this half. Williams down at the right block. Throws it out to Young, who pump fakes and catches a man on the ground. Whitley takes a three, and they'll wave that off.
Jesse, we are seeing some great play. Anthony Young putting a body on the ground with the jab step. You just hate to see it go to waste. You want to see him convert on that, but that was a great move. This game is firing on all cylinders, Jesse. Third quarter is the best quarter. What are we going to see coming down the stretch of this game?
8 minutes and 49 seconds left to play in the third. Williams, a three. Great rebound by Rusaw, but he can't lay it in. Khalik Williams now to Doherty, left corner. Running baseline, Euro step in, and they take the lead. The Gainesville Mighty Oaks have the lead on a Doherty step into the lane.
And that's what you need to see. That was a good shot by Montel Williams, doesn't fall, and you need to get that putback if you're Jonathan Johnson, Jason Rusaw on that, and that turns into a layup on the other end.
A travel on the floor by Williams. And here come the Mighty Oaks going the other direction. They lead by one. This is their first lead in a long time. 62-61, they're leading by one. And the Crocs have to do a better job of weathering the storm.
Jesse, Crocs are reeling right now. They are getting punched, and Mighty Oaks are not letting up. They're on the ropes, and they know what to do. They're attacking, and they're getting great shots, and their playmakers are making plays.
Demirovic down low, double teamed. Tries to tip his second shot in. Williams making some room. Demirovic. And the ball's tapped out of bounds. They'll say it's off the Crocs.
That was an interesting possession on that one because the ball kept going up and it kept hitting the rim, but they weren't able to actually convert. And now when you just want to see someone kick it out and get one of your perimeter shots, your perimeter three-point shooters to knock down a big three. But they weren't able to get it to those guys, but they got another possession.
Demirovic, big three. And Kenny Long brings it down for the Crocs, and maybe Kenny Long is the answer that they need here in the third quarter.
And despite this storm that we're seeing by Mighty Oaks, they're only up 1 point. So this is very easy for them to get the lead back again.
Reynolds tips it in himself. Cornelius Reynolds with 9 big points out of Daytona Beach. And he brings the Crocs lead back, 63-62. Khalik Williams for the lead. No, sir. And Jason Rusaw grabs the rebound.
We have ourselves a game, Jesse. Knotted up on rebounds. Crocs lead by 2 assists.
Kenny Long left elbow.
That's a great shot right there in the clutch. Up 3, and he's playing immense defense right here. Great job.
Great job by Young there, bringing the ball across the half-court line. Kenny Long was playing some great defense. Khalik Williams can't shed his defender and runs it down low. Up top, Doherty, hot fires from the 3. No good, and a shot clock violation by the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. .637 left to play in the third quarter as we are going to take immediate timeout. A big run there by the Gainesville Mighty Oaks, but the Claremont Crocs recover and still have the lead by 3. When we return, a lot more action here. You're watching the FBA on YouTube and Facebook Live, presented by Pauly.
At Envy Labs, we build web applications that start with an idea. They move through strategy and need an outside eye ahead of wireframes and technical specifications. There's design and layout and functionality, but there's also performance, things like accessibility and data visualization. It all comes together for what ultimately is a successful launch. Over the past decade, Envy Labs has built platforms that pair things like data and sports or environmental science. We've built technical training platforms around data science and around network administration, and we've bootstrapped and sold our own product. We are a temporary CTO and an outside specialist in strategy, design, and development. It takes a lot to go from idea to launched web application, but it's all right there in our name. Reach out to hello@envylabs.com and let's take a look at your idea together.
Burgers, fries, and shakes Oviedo Mall. Best burger you'll ever eat. It's worth the drive.
Hey, what is up, everyone? My name is Susie, and I'm a full-time partner streamer on Twitch.tv. I've made it my mission to help gamers win in every area of life. So whether it's helping you win in gaming by teaching the latest tips and tricks on whatever games you might be playing, helping you win in fitness through my daily fitness streams, or even just helping you win in your week, we're building genuine community, and we've got a place just for you. So I want to encourage you right now to follow me over at twitch.tv/SusieLive. I stream Tuesday through Saturday, starting at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, and we hope to see some of you soon.
Welcome back to the FBA Live here. 65-62 is the score in the game. We're here in the third quarter. Jesse O, Alvin Delvey, and we're joined by the head coach of the Winter Park Storm, Barry Mestel. Coach, it's great to have you with us. Thank you so much for joining us here in the third quarter.
Always my pleasure. My pleasure for sure.
So you're
and I got to tell
yeah.
you guys do a great job.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. We're trying our best here. I have a few questions for you. Obviously, you guys aren't playing today, but you came out here and you're kind of doing your homework. What is your scouting report? I want the Coach Mestel scouting report right now of both of these teams. What you got? What you could tell me at least.
I look for what they're doing offensively and defensively on a consistent basis. And, you know, a big part of anybody's offense is you got to play to a player's strengths. And I know the 2 or 3 top players, so I'm seeing if they go to their strengths or not. Then I jot down how we would play them. What would work best for us defensively. And as you've seen us, we've got 4 or 5 offensive sets.
Oh, yeah.
And we run a system. And I jot down what I think would work best against both these teams. I'll do the same against the Flight the next game.
So you'll be here for the next game too?
Absolutely.
I'm going to have to get your scouting report next game too. We'll bring you on in the third quarter if that's all right with you.
Next game, it will be interesting because I'll share with you what I think we've got to do to play the Flight.
Flight are a good squad, but, I mean, you guys have a good squad as well. Last week, Patson Siame was the player of the week. And how big of a game did he have to have in order to put you guys over to that victory? He was awesome that game.
He was, but if you notice, he was great, but we had 5 guys in double figures.
Oh, wow.
The whole thing is you've got to establish a team culture whereby if you're playing your heart out. If you're on the bench, you're the best cheerleader that we got. And you've got to go to other players' strengths. One for all for one.
Pago Dervishi made a shot for the Gainesville Mighty Oaks. He's now got 7 points. And on the other end, here's Wesley. Taps the ball out of bounds. And that was the Coach Barry Mestel report. He's a great scout. Alvin, alongside being a head coach of one of the better teams that the FBA has to offer.
Oh, he just made some great points just talking about how you have to go to a player's strength on offense. And we're seeing that from both sides today. We're seeing how Coach AJ is doing a great job, and also how the Claremont coach is doing his thing as well. Coach Luna, they know their players, and that's what it takes to succeed in this league. You have to know your players, and you have to know what they can do, what makes them uncomfortable, and you have to figure out how to make them less uncomfortable and make them more comfortable, and then you're going to have great plays and great games like we have today. It's knotted up at 65, and we have another free throw coming in, and this third quarter has just been absolutely crazy. No team can really pull ahead in this game. We're seeing both teams find their runs, and Coach knows what he's talking about. That's why he's a winner in this league as he knocks down that second free throw.
James Wesley with 6 points now. Kenny Long down low. Euro steps in, makes the shot. Wow. And gives a little yell. You might as well. 67-66. His team back up by 1.
That was beautiful. European two-step, kissed off the side of the glass and got it in on the lip, and he's playing aggressive defense in the post. Got called for it, but that is a huge mismatch. He's fighting for his life out there. Kenny Long playing a great game.
1 point game, 67-66. Claremont Crocs are up by 1, but Khalik Williams has been to the line a few times today, shooting 86% on the season. He's been a big factor for this Gainesville Mighty Oaks team today.
Oh, he has his fingerprints all over this game. He's been the beneficiary of many passes as he knocks down that first free throw. He struggled at first in the beginning of this game, but he really tightened up, and now he's just a free throw machine, knocking down most of his free throws because he is shooting around 86% on the year so far. He's a great free throw shooter for this Mighty Oaks team as he knocks down both of them. Khalik Williams having himself a game today.
Khalik Williams with 12. His team's on top by 1, 68-67. Gainesville is in the lead. Montel Williams gives it up to the other team. Wesley down low. No foul call. Like how the officials are letting them play here. David Luna, yep, that's a clear foul. Excuse me, that's Daniel.
That's a smart play. Unfortunately, you're outnumbered 2-1. Make him earn it from the free throw line. Kept it clean, helped him up. Good sportsmanship. It's just sometimes it plays out that way. But that was a good look for Montel Williams on that first possession. Just wasn't able to sneak it in there. Forced it. Great block for Claremont on the other end. Pushed it and got numbers that they wanted. Let's see if he can knock it down and really get back in the lead on this one.
68-67 again is the score. The Gainesville Mighty Oaks and the Claremont Crocs kind of trading jabs and roundhouse swings here.
Oh, they're grappling and they're just duking it out right here. This is a street fight, slugging it. Every hit you hit, every shot you take, I'm going to take a shot. They are just going at it. No team is willing to relinquish what they have. They're both fighting. They're playing hard, and they have the same as he just hits that butter shot. That's a great shot by Luna, knocking down that first one. But these teams are just very even. They're even in all categories. They have similar number of steals, similar rebounds. Now it's just who wants it more. Who's going to make that play down the stretch to give them the lead when it all says 0-0s on the scoreboard.
Luna misses the second. We're all tied up here in the third quarter. 4.5 minutes left to play here in the third period. And a little zone defense here by the Crocs. Nice shot down low by Johnson. Johnson's got 4. And he's the newest addition to this Gainesville Mighty Oaks team, and he puts his team up by 2.
Oh, wow. That's the way to establish yourself amongst your peers and your coaches. He went, got a good take, and got it flipped it up and in, left side, and reversed it under the rim to the right, giving them the lead in a crunch situation.
Wesley long 2, and that one hits the top.
You hate to see that. That was a good look. You just want to finish that.
Kenny Long has been dancing into the lane all day today and almost has that one knocked away. Williams guarded by Johnson. Gives it up to Clark. Clark, the leading scorer for the Crocs team, throws it up with his right hand over Williams, no good, and Wesley grabs the rebound for the Mighty Oaks. Wesley with a 3-on-1 pass to the right corner. Whitley steps back, takes a three. No good on that one. Wesley, the mid-range from the left side. Tapped out of bounds by Clark. So Clark already with 17 points in the game as he checks back in for the Claremont Crocs, who now have 5 team fouls here in the third quarter.
They are just playing flat out harassing defense, but that's the only way you can win this game, because we're seeing great beautiful way to slice and dice through the lane as he gets in to score that bucket.
Devin Jackson, great move down low. Montel Williams trying on the other side, he's fouled. 72-68, Gainesville with their largest lead in 4 quarters. Or excuse me, 3 quarters, we're only in the third quarter.
It's all right.
That was my bad.
But they're just playing.
Actually, in 4 quarters, going back to their last game against the Florida Flight.
Oh, that's an eye.
4 quarters, there we go. I knew I'd make something out of it. 72-68, they lead by 4. Montel Williams from the line. Free throw is good.
And that's just, they're trying to figure out how to reestablish their dominance in this game, because AJ and his team figured out a way to, in the crunch, this is the third quarter, you need this third quarter. They were down all game, and now they're found their wheels, and it's been shocking for Claremont. So let's see how they retaliate, because you have some playmakers and people having a great game as Montel Williams knocked down his second one. How will they respond, Jesse? How will they respond?
Williams making a pair. He's got 12. And the Claremont Crocs trail by 2. Paco Dervishi in the game, and Daniel Luna called for the foul. I love the Luna brothers. They play with so much passion.
They really wear their heart on their sleeves, and it's just contagious, because when you see them, they care about the little things, and that's big, and it bleeds over, because you have one of the Luna brothers is their coach. So it bleeds over to how they play as a team, and you see it night in, night out, how they play. And it's just great to watch. It's fun to watch as he knocks down his first free throw. It's just exciting, because you know they play with so much passion, and everything matters to them.
Khalik Williams with 13 points out of Shaw University. He was also a Bear, huh? Love me some Bears. Go Bears, baby. Khalik Williams makes a pair.
For those of you who don't know, Jesse O is a cow bear. So
I am a golden bear.
There we go.
California golden bear. 74-70. The Mighty Oaks up by 4. Williams over Dervishi.
Jesse, that was just beautiful. Gave him a little stutter step, get him to lack a little bit on defense, put that hand down, and as the great Reggie says, hand down, man down. You better get your hand up, or he's going to knock that thing down as he did on that one.
Johnson tries one from the free throw stripe. Look at Wesley going up strong and draws the foul.
Great fight. We're just seeing some heart. They're playing with their heart out right now. Everyone is just trying to find a way to get that little niche, get a foul here, a free throw here, a steal here. They're doing all it takes to solidify that win.
Wesley out of Andrew Jackson High School. He was a Tiger. I have no relation to the Tigers, but I just thought I'd say I'm a Bears. Bears only, and Wesley misses the free throw. That's a crucial situation. So you can't be missing free throws.
The
team's up by 2, and you've had a hard time kind of maintaining a lead all game. It's important as we're coming down here.
Everything is important. You hit the nail on the head, Jesse. This is not the time to be missing free throws. You need to knock everything down. You need to make all your layups. As he knocks down that second one, he heard our message. And they need to find another way to just go on another run, because this lead is not safe. It's only 3 points.
Wesley with 6. Williams towards Whitley, no good, and Johnson with the rebound.
Huge defensive possession by Whitley.
That was a 5-on-3. And Williams stepped out of bounds.
That hurts if you're Mighty Oaks, because that would have gave them a little push they needed to give them a little breathing room.
We're coming down to the end of the third quarter here. 75-72 the score. 2 minutes remaining in the quarter. Kenny Long getting through some traffic. Right in front of the stripe, he makes the shot.
Kenny Long just knows how to weave his way through a press. And if you give him that little wiggle room, he knows two guys are behind him. He's going to get that little 10-foot jumper and knock it down. As Khalik Williams takes too many steps on that, results in a turnover. Mighty Oaks really haven't been able to solidify this lead and push it, and now Claremont is right back within one. Great handle.
Kenny Long dancing, gets down the lane and makes the shot.
Kenny Long is trying to take this game over in the third late. And as you can see, he clearly has the handle, the drive, and the tenacity to do so. How will Mighty Oaks guard him coming down the stretch? Because he has the hot hand.
Williams on the other end makes the shot from the right block. He's now got 16 points, and his team leads by 1. 77-76, Mighty Oaks are in the lead.
Khalik is just a great ball player. He knows how to find the holes in the defense, and he knows how to get to the free throw line, and he knocks it down at a high clip. Great basketball player. You want the ball in his hands if you're the Mighty Oaks.
Perimeter zone defense as Dervishi slaps the arm of Clark.
That's a good possession right there, because he's in the post. That's a mismatch, and the Crocs are trying to take advantage of that. And Dervishi, knowing that he's not going to back down, he's going to fight and make sure you understand that he is a presence to be reckoned with. He's nothing. He's no slouch down there.
Long is fouled down low. Still a 77-76 ball game. 35 seconds left to play in the third.
Kenny Long is a ISO nightmare. One-on-one. He's so quick, so versatile. And even though he gives up a little bit in height, he definitely knows how to finish as he knocks down that first free throw. He knows how to finish amongst the trees. You see him floating it up with the sky float. And you see him just elevating on a take. He took 3 people on. So he is just an isolation nightmare, and he's doing a great job from the free throw line, knocking down his free throws.
Kenny Long with 15 points. His team leads by 1. Williams in on Reynolds, up with the right hand. And the Crocs grab the rebound. Running the forward near side, right in front of us. Offensive foul on Montel Williams, trying to, they're saying he pushed off the defender, in which you pretty much see that relatively clearly.
Oh yeah, but that's just, he plays some smothering defense. Jabari Hayes knows how to play defense, get under their skin, and you have to extend that arm, and it's going to get called every time. Great for defensive possession. What are they going to do with these last 10 seconds? Who's going to get that shot, and is it going to go in?
5 seconds, shot tipped on Doherty. Kenny Long throws it towards us. I had that one, a spin around jumper, no good. And Clark almost took you out, Alvin.
Oh yeah, he tried to take me out on that one. I was trying to get my little Odell on because they threw it right towards us, Jesse.
78-77, the Claremont Crocs lead by 1 after 3 quarters, but the Gainesville Mighty Oaks aren't going anywhere. When we return, we have a lot more basketball for you. This is game 1 of 2 doubleheaders here. When we return, more basketball on the way. This is the FBA on YouTube and Facebook Live, presented by Pauley Wealth Management. We're back here for quarter 4 of action. A 78-77 ball game. Claremont Crocs lead by 1. Hayes up top, guarded by Reynolds. Going towards the right. Now picks up his dribble, catches Reynolds in the air. Now has to pass left. A quick give and go between him and Whitley is intercepted by Reynolds, and he throws it up on the other end and is fouled. So a chance to extend the lead now for the Claremont Crocs.
That was just a great defensive possession by Claremont Crocs. There was nowhere for Jabari Hayes to go. And when he tried to run the give and go action, Reynolds was able to just snag that thing and go down and create the contact and make a play. Let's see if he can convert with these free throws because they need them.
78-77 the score of the ball game, and we have the big man himself sitting down with us. This is Sam Vinson, and for those of you that don't know Sam, I mean you should know Sam. We all do here, but former NBA player and NBA champion.
Got a championship.
Yeah, you did get a championship.
1986,
Boston Celtics.
Pretty incredible team.
Yeah.
A lot of people say it was, the NBA's best ever team. So
I believe it.
I don't know if Michael will agree with that. I don't know if Scotty will agree with that, but I agree with it.
I agree with it. I wasn't alive to see it, but I'm going to take your word for it, Sam.
You weren't alive to see it? What year were you born?
We're not going to mention it. Anyway, I'm not going to make you feel – we can't make you feel your age, sir. But it's so good to have you with us, Sam. Thank you so much for joining us. How have you been liking the FBA action so far?
Hey, you know what? I think Mark has done a fantastic job with this league, really. I've known Mark for several years, and he's always talked about the league and the fact that I should come in and see what's going on. And I do a lot of international coaching, so I haven't had a chance to get in and see it. But I like what I see. You've got good competition. The guys play hard. It's good intensity. A lot of these guys have real cool stories. They either played, good high school level ball. Some played collegiate ball. Some are on a professional chase still to play international basketball or possibly get to the league.
Yeah.
So this is a good platform for them to get in, mix it up in a good setting, good refereeing, small little crowd. So I like it. I think it's fantastic.
What can you tell us a little bit about international basketball? I know you're wearing a Bahrain shirt. Can you tell us a little bit about what your endeavors have been like since you've left the NBA?
Well, I've been coaching international now for about 17 years, and most recently in Bahrain. I'm the head coach of the Bahrain national team.
Gotcha.
We had the FIBA Asia qualifiers back in February, and we beat India 2 times, and we beat Iraq 2 times.
Wow.
So we were one of 2 teams that qualified early, us and Lebanon. And the FIBA Asia Championship is going to be in Jakarta, Indonesia, August 14th to 30th. So we'll bring the Bahrain national team in here. We're actually going to play in this league.
Really?
We're going to jump in. I'm working it out with Mark right now, but we're going to probably play about 12 games as we kind of get prepared for August. We'll leave here sometime mid-July, and then we'll head into Serbia, and we'll play some games in Serbia, and then we'll get to Jakarta about a week before we start playing games.
Wow. So you're kind of also getting more of a scouting report of the league right now yourself. You're doing your homework.
I'm getting a scouting report. I'm getting information on a couple of big players that play in the league. I'm hearing about Brandon. I guess this kid is 6'9". He can shoot the ball. They're telling me he's a real NBA prospect. And one of the things I really like about it is I have a chance in the Middle East to connect with a lot of the teams in Saudi Arabia, in Dubai, in Qatar, in Bahrain, and they're always looking for these kind of players. Guys who are still hungry, want to get better. They're doing the minor league thing. So this is a good opportunity for me to collect some names and possibly look at some opportunities for guys overseas.
You've obviously played in the NBA. Now you're kind of in the minor league basketball scene, the greater FIBA scene. How much different is every style of basketball that you've seen along the way?
The consistency is the fact that it's basketball.
Yeah.
So there's a ball and 5 players and a bench and a coach, and it goes in the hoop.
Okay.
That consistently.
I'm glad I have that one down.
That consistently stays the same. The style of play changes, You know, if you go to Asia and you're looking at more of the Korean, Japan, China leagues, it's usually a faster, a lot more movement kind of game. If you get into Europe, Germany, France, it's more of a physical, low post game that we used to have, some years ago, maybe before you were born. And then there in the Middle East, it's a little bit of a combination.
Yeah.
It's a little bit behind some of the other countries, but basketball is growing, it's popular. So it's exciting for me to have a chance to kind of travel around and see all the different shades of basketball.
Why did you want to get into coaching and, coaching abroad rather than maybe try something in the United States?
Really because other than what you guys get to do here, sit and talk about the game.
Yeah.
It's the only other way to stay connected to the game. So after you play, a lot of guys, and I was one of them, still want to find ways to stay close to the game, be around the game, talk to the players, share experiences. And if you're not going to do the commentating, then coaching is that next avenue.
Trey Jackson made a big three there. He's got 15 points. It's an 86-82 ball game. If you're just joining us, we have Sam Vincent with us right now, who's the head coach of the Bahrain national team. And you just mentioned a few minutes ago that the Bahrain national team is actually coming to the United States to play a little bit. Is that something you kind of worked out recently? Did you always know you wanted to come and play against some minor league teams just for some extra practice?
Well, that's a great question because part of the conversation I have with a lot of the international partners that I have is that when you play in your local country and you have good players, you never really know how good they are until they compete against better competition. And you can go anywhere in the world, but until you come to the States, you don't really know what it's all about. So I've always said, whether it's minor league or NBA, whatever level, if you're an international team, you need to come through here because there's a certain level of confidence that you develop just going on the floor with these guys. So our Bahrain team will come. We'll be here for about 3 weeks. We'll play about 15 games, and I'm curious to see how they mix it up with these guys.
Yeah.
Just to get on the floor and get past that fear factor that maybe they don't belong, to be able to make a couple shots, maybe win a game, and then start to develop that confidence. That will help us for when we get to Asia later.
Montel Williams made a long two there. On the other side, here is Anthony Young. He can't make that one. So Montel Williams with 18 points. Coach, I got one last question for you. What is your coaching mentality? What do you bring that's different from all other coaches?
What do I focus on?
Yeah.
My main focus is defense.
Defense.
So I love a fast-breaking team. We run a lot of pick and rolls. We keep the floor open. We draw and kick. We like to score. But the area where I really focus is really building strong defensive individual players and defensive teams. Mm-hmm. Because in the end, you're going to miss shots. There's going to be those nights where, you're 0 for 10, ball's just not going in the hole. And you usually are going to win those games when you can stop the other team. So I like to put a lot of emphasis on really developing strong defensive players.
Okay. But obviously you have to be have some sort of an offensive mind too. Can you give us a little insight on what kind of offenses you run?
You can't play the game without having some offense. But, if you watch the game nowadays, what you're going to see is everybody's got the floor open. Everybody's playing a lot of two-man ball, trying to create advantages. Everybody's, even the big guys, if you watch the NBA games, really have a chance to, with some of their bigger players, run pick and rolls, pick and pops. The NBA guys are so skilled now. Guys like Embiid and Jokic. I mean, these guys can step out and shoot threes and make plays. And that's where the universal game is going.
Well, we're very excited to watch you guys play against some of the FBA teams, and I'm actually very excited to kind of pick your brain a little bit more as we get to know each other here in the future. And I hope you'll want to join us again sometime soon.
I'll be around scouting and watching the games. I enjoy catching you guys on the broadcast. You do a fantastic job. So this is a fantastic league. I'm excited about it, and I think over the next few years it's going to continue to grow.
Awesome. Thank you so much. That's Sam Vincent joining us here on the broadcast. Sam, it's great to meet you, and we'll see you soon.
Pleasure. Thanks, guys.
Absolutely. 91-85 the score in the game. 6:50 left to play in the fourth quarter as the Claremont Crocs lead by 6. And a lot more basketball to come after this game. We have the Pride and the Florida Flight playing each other right after this, so don't go anywhere. Keep it tuned to our YouTube and Facebook Live pages. 92-85 now the score after a couple free throws by the Claremont Crocs. Here's Wesley on the other side, goes down the right lane, can't get that shot to fall, and Montel Williams grabs the rebound and pulls it down.
And we just saw some great basketball while we were listening to a great basketball mind in Sam Vincent. And this game has been broken open a little bit. Let's see if if Mighty Oaks can find a way to just handle this storm that Claremont has been putting on. They've been putting on a clinic for them.
David Luna with 10 points now from the right side. Anthony Young mid-range jumper from 10 feet out is good.
Jesse, it seems like they're going to have to start playing through Anthony Young, because when he gets in his package, he starts letting loose, getting his moves on. It seems that the ball always finds its way to the bottom of the net. They might need to get him more involved because the Claremont Crocs are putting it on him right now.
It's a 7-point game with under 6 minutes left to play. Wesley down low, an easy layup. Wesley has 9 points. 5:35 left to play in the fourth. Reynolds in down low, and the lay-in is good.
And Jesse, that's been the tail of the tape in this fourth quarter. They've just been able to get through the lanes and drop it off and get and ones just consistently. And they've been stopping them, forcing bad shots. They've been doing a great job. That's why they're leading in this game.
96-89. Well, we've seen the Mighty Oaks trail before, but they've gone on some good runs here. When we return, you have so much more left to watch in this ball game. This is the FBA on YouTube and Facebook Live, presented by Poly Wealth Management.
World where one girl goes on endless adventures, gives you unbelievable toy unboxings, does insane food challenges, and plays way too much Roblox. It's Elle's Adventures. Subscribe now. Do it. Why not?
Holy cow, it's Nova Rex, the 80s legends. I want the keto. I want the double Diablo.
Cheddar bacon. I'll take a double cheeseburger with extra cheese.
To go! Here you go, boy. Hey guys, I play a little guitar myself. How about me joining the band? Show us what you got, man. What's up, dudes? What do you think?
Yeah, man, it's pretty good, but you need more hair.
But the Mooyah burgers were great. Mooyah burgers rock!
Hey, what is up, everyone? My name is Susie, and I'm a full-time partner and streamer on Twitch.tv. I've made it my mission to help gamers win in every area of life. So whether it's helping you win in gaming by teaching the latest tips and tricks on whatever games you might be playing, helping you win in fitness through my daily fitness streams, or even just helping you win in your week, we're building genuine community, and we've got a place just for you. So I want to encourage you right now to follow me over at twitch.tv/SusieLive. I stream Tuesday through Saturday, starting at 10:30 a.m. Eastern, and we hope to see some of you soon.
We're making our last little run of it here in the first game of the doubleheader. It's the Claremont Crocs and the Gainesville Mighty Oaks, and coming up in just a sec will be the Pride against the Florida Flight, and the Florida Flight are the reigning FBA champions. And Alvin, that's going to be a big game for both of them.
It's just going to be a huge game because Florida Flight, you know what they bring to the table. And Pride is just trying to find their way to solidify themselves among the champs as the Claremont Clocks miss the shot, but then they get the rebound. But they turn it over. So that's a great possession by the Mighty Oaks. Can they convert?
Stevenson off balance three, no good. And the rebound goes for the Mighty Oaks, and Stevenson laying it in.
Great pass by Jaquan Whitley, getting another assist to pad up his stats a little bit. Great steal.
Other end of the floor, there's Whitley on the ground. Young down low to Stevenson from the left block, pump fakes, and misses the layup. Montel Williams now taking his time, coming across the half-court line.
If you're Mighty Oaks, you need to finish on all those possessions. You get a turnover like that, you have to finish. But they did a great job getting another turnover.
Stevenson, easy lay-in.
There we go. For the Mighty Oaks, you are happy to see turnovers from the Crocs turning into transition buckets for the Mighty Oaks on the opposite end. They're starting to figure it out on defense. They're only down 3 with 4 minutes left in this game.
It's a 3-point game. 96-93, 4:15 left to go in the whole entire ball game. Kenny Long going up strong.
How about Kenny Long? He just doesn't miss when he gets around the bucket. He knows how important each layup is, and he does a great job finishing amongst the trees every single time. He has been a consistent factor for them on the offensive end. You love to see the play from Kenny Long, even as a guy that puts up 30 and Austin Mills is not on the court. He has filled those shoes in a fantastic and electric way.
Gainesville Mighty Oaks trail by 5. Worth noting that Gainesville has 5 team fouls. So Claremont will be shooting free throws the rest of the way. 3, no good. That shot was taken by Whitley. Demirovic, a big rebound. Whitley up top to Young, pump fakes, now into the key. Nice little lollipop into the basket.
And that's just real beautiful guard play because he's just taking exactly what the defense gives him. They parted the lane like the Red Sea. He got as far as he could go and threw up a chocolate float, got it in there. Great shot by Anthony Young.
Reynolds spinning in and fouled.
Reynolds has been just playing big boy basketball. You see right there, he goes, he gets the spin, draws all the contact, and now he's shooting free throws as we've seen this whole game. He's part of the reason why they're up in this game late. He's been doing a great job defensively, forcing steals, and he's been converting on the offensive end. Great all-around player.
Reynolds from the stripe. Now with 16 points out of Claflin University. 22 points per game, 11 rebounds, and 2 assists is his average so far this year. Misses the free throw short. It's a 3-point game. The Mighty Oaks trailing by 3.
And this is such a tooth and nail game because it's very close.
Boom! Young ties it up.
Just the confidence oozing out of Anthony Young late in this game. He hits the last bucket, comes back, gets in his package a little bit, and lets it fly. Big bucket.
Williams on the other end.
Jesse, are we going to see another second quarter where it's just back and forth, mid-range to three-point ball bombs? Because it's looking like it.
Williams fouled. Anthony Young into the key with his team trailing by 3 and now under 3 minutes left to play. Looks like the Mighty Oaks will take this one from the sideline.
Anthony Young doing it all late on the offensive end. He is just getting hot. He's heating up. He hit 2 shots, 5 points in the last 30 seconds, and you can tell he is itching for more. There's more to come from Anthony Young. And do not forget about Jaquan Whitley because usually late in games when it's tight, tension situations, he likes to let his 3 balls fly, and usually they see the bottom of the net. But this Claremont team is no slouch either. We have Montrell Williams, who usually he averages a double-double. That's not a mistake. And you have Robinson, who knows how to finish on both ends. You also have Clark, who's having a heck of a game today. And he's just doing it all, getting big boards and hitting some big threes. So this game is really all it's been played out to be. It's only a 2-point game as we figure out what's going on with the officiating and this last call.
You know who I would let take the last shot of the game?
Let me guess. I would say if it was me, if I was a coach in the league,
yeah,
I would say Jerry is taking it. I would let him shoot. I'll let it fly from half court. You know it's money.
I think Jerry could probably make a full court shot if he tried.
I think Jerry could beat Steph Curry in a 3-point shootout. That's how much confidence we have.
Yeah.
And Jesse's a Warriors fan saying this.
Yeah.
This is not a joke. Jerry is not someone to be messed with. You don't let Jerry get the ball on offense.
I think if Jerry did a dance outside, like, it would start raining. He has a rain dance.
He has that much power.
Wait till you see it. Wait until you see it.
Jerry is just a man of many talents. He wears all the hats, and he's great at any of them.
Hurricane season? Nah, that's just Jerry. Stevenson lost his footing and traveled there, and that's a big turnover for the Claremont Crocs.
That is huge for the Mighty Oaks because you needed that. You need that possession. You're down 3 with 2:44, and Claremont, they're on a roll right now. You want the ball in Anthony Young's hands if you're Mighty Oaks because he's been doing it all so far.
A step out of bounds by the Claremont Crocs on the far side.
They got it right back. This is a tit-for-tat game. Who's going to be the one to convert on these turnovers and who's going to limit them?
Whitley, pass right side. Stevenson is very far on the 2. Reynolds now the other direction, one-on-one, and can't make the shot. A big rebound by Demirovic there. And it goes into the hands of Wesley. Here come the Mighty Oaks trailing by 3. 2:20 left to play in the 4th. Demirovic down low with the lay-in.
That was a dime by Young. He goes in, underhand shovel pass, sees his man cutting. Great play to bring them within 1 down the stretch of this game.
Nice little scoop in by Demirovic there. 101-100 is the score. Kenny Long fouled.
And this is just reminiscent of how he's been playing all game. He knows how to get to the cup. He knows how to get to the free throw line, and he understands the situation. He is a very smart player. He understands that this is a very tight game, and every bucket counts. Get to the bucket, get to the rack, get to the free throw line, and knock them down.
The Mighty Oaks have to be really careful. They cannot be this handsy on D. I mean, every foul now for the rest of the ball game, it just means more shots for the Crocs. So it's almost like you're kind of stabbing yourself in the foot.
Oh, they're definitely playing they're in a sticky situation as he misses that first free throw. They're in a very sticky situation because now you know they're gonna attack and they're gonna go right into the teeth of the defense. But you on the defensive end, you can't touch them. You can't get in the way, and that's gonna be very hard because you're still down 2 late in this game.
Long with good defense against Young, but Young down from the right block, double teamed, gives it up to Demirovic, who makes the shot. We're all tied up. 102-102.
And that was a great possession on both ends. Great defense by Kenny Long, but even better offensive possession by Anthony Young. And he scooped it in, and his big man, Maravich, was able to finish and tie this game up with 1:30 left on the clock.
It all comes down to the last minute and a half in the ball game. Clark gives it up down low to Long. That's a height disadvantage and a shot clock violation. By the Claremont Crocs.
That is a huge defensive possession, and Coach AJ is loving it. He's letting everyone know about it. This is the craziest game we've seen so far, and it's knotted up with 1:22 left. Who is going to make the big play? Who is going to be the one to be hailed as a hero for their team and their program? Stay tuned to find out.
102 apiece with 1:15 left to go. Whitley guarded by Williams. His foot was on the line, but he couldn't make the long shot. And a timeout by the Claremont Crocs there. Wow. 1:08 left to go, Alvin. It is grind time for both teams. And a great job by Gainesville. You have to acknowledge the Gainesville passion and their persistence in this game. They faced adversity pretty much all game and have been able to kind of stay with the Claremont Crocs and never really let them run away with anything.
And they were able to fight tooth and nail to get back in this game, and they've just done a great job of just playing to their players' strength and doing exactly as they need to do. They follow their game plan. But coming down the stretch, who's going to be the one to make the play? Right there we saw not ill-advised, but it was a tough shot. He shot it, but then he wasn't able to get the rebound, and now we have a timeout, and who's going to come out of there and make a big play for Claremont?
So Gainesville, you obviously have a bunch of guys that can dance and do a good job. Anthony Young does a great job up top and getting into the lane. And Khalik Williams has been solid for this team pretty much all year. He's got 18 points so far today. Anthony Young with 15 as well. Gainesville just does a great job of sharing the basketball around, and I think that's a big testament to why they're still close in this ball game.
Gainesville is just both ball clubs just do a great job of emphasizing team basketball, getting everyone involved, and that's how you can have such a well-rounded game as we've seen today. Great effort, everyone's hustling. This is a great game, and who's going to come out on top? Because they both played all sides. Everyone on the court has really poured their heart out into this game.
The rock is in the hands of the Crocs as of now. Just over a minute left in the ball game. Williams guarded by Whitley as he brings the ball across the half-court line. Now he rolls out towards the left side. Bounce pass down to the left block, and a shot up and made by Jason Rousseau.
Montrell Williams doing what he does best, just facilitate and find a man, and he's able to get them the lead with that dime as his man finishes in the post.
40 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter, 104 to 102. Shot clock at 10. Montel Williams from 5 feet out makes the mid-range jumper, and that could do it here. That's a big shot made by Montel Williams. There is still a 4-point play in basketball, so Gainesville not completely out of it yet. A 6-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. 106-102 is the score here. Gainesville is trailing by 4. Last game, Gainesville lost to the Flight by 6, 129 to 123. And the last game the Claremont Crocs played, they beat the Storm 122 to 118. So both looking to continue in their win columns. And who's going to come down to? I mean, 6 points? That was Gainesville's last loss, but they're trailing by 4, and this is an easy feat if they needed to.
Oh yeah, definitely. They're finding themselves in these situations just because of how galvanized everyone has the same goal. But it's just hard because you have a guy like Montel Williams who just comes down and just darts a pass in there to his big man for the bucket, and then comes down and finds a nice little pick and pop. Not pick and pop, gets a little spot, finds a seam, and knocks down a big shot in a clutch moment. How can they get 4 points quickly within 30 seconds, get a quick turnover, and get another bucket? And we're going to see how they respond.
It does look like Gainesville is having a lot more fun here in the second half. And Coach AJ has definitely been a lot more lively this game than we've seen him in past games. But maybe that's a testament to the passion he brings to the game and what he wants to instill in his guys.
AJ's a great coach, and he is a player's coach, because as a player, you know these guys just love coming in every day and putting it all on the line for him. Just let's see if they can find a way to do it again with 30 seconds left.
Wesley through traffic, up to Young. Young trying to create some room into the key. Hook shot, no good, and Kenny Long the rebound. 15 seconds left to go. You should probably foul here, but Reynolds takes the easy lay-in on the other floor and the other side of the floor, and that will pretty much do it. And another turnover with 8 seconds left to go. They can kind of just dribble this one out. No, salt in the wound. They couldn't make the shot there, and Stevenson will have to throw this one up in desperation at the end of the ball game. Wow. I mean, maybe you wanted a foul there at the end of the game if you're the Gainesville Mighty Oaks.
Definitely you would have wanted a foul, but it's tough when you don't make the shot, because if you make the shot, then you're in a situation where you can foul and that foul would matter. Whereas when you miss the shot, you're still down 4 even if you do foul, and they're getting free throws. So it's just a tough situation to be in, but that was a hard-fought game on both ends. Mighty Oaks were able to come back and make it a contest again, but they fell short in the long run.
108 to 102, the final score of this game. Alvin, who is your player of the game?
My player of the game, I have to go with Montel Williams, because he just does it all. He's able to find his guys in the post. He's able to get everyone involved, and he also made those huge plays down the stretch.
I think I'm also going to go with Montel Williams, or I mean, Kenny Long also had a great game as well.
Oh, for sure.
Had 18 points. The guy out of Northwestern Oklahoma State University. He was averaging 12 points per game, but that's going to go up a lot after this game. 108-102, the final score of this ball game. When we return, we have the Pride against the reigning champion of the FBA, Florida Flight, in just a second. Thank you for tuning in to Game 1 of our doubleheader, and Game 2 is coming up in just a sec. This is the FBA on YouTube and Facebook Live, presented by Poly Wealth Management.